Forge. To forge is to make or produce, especially with difficulty.
Stacy and Heather forged their friendship when they were teenagers.
Exceed. To exceed is to be more than something.
Since I exceeded my limit, I decided to get rid of my credit cards.
Refrigerate. To refrigerate something means to make it cold.
Supermarkets refrigerate fruit to make it last long.
Acquire. To acquire something is to get or gain possession of that thing.
Tina acquired a strange package yesterday.
Province. A province is an area that is controlled by a country.
Canada is divided into several different provinces.
Branch. A branch is the part of a tree with leaves.
The monkey was hanging from a branch on the tree.
Factory. A factory is a building where things are made or put together.
We have only one factory in our town.
Benefactor. A benefactor is a person who gives money to help someone.
The student's benefactor gave him money to spend on his studies.
Awkward. An awkward thing is embarrassing and uncomfortable.
After dropping his coffee cup, Robbie felt awkward.
Suggest. To suggest something means to give an idea or plan about it.
He suggested that we go to see his boss.
Ought. If you ought to do an action, it is the right thing to do.
I ought to take my library books back.
Penny. A penny is a coin worth 1 cent.
U.S. President Abraham Lincoln is on the penny.
Plan. To plan is to think about and arrange the details of something you want to do.
It's Sam's turn to plan the company party.
Caretaker. A caretaker is a person who takes care of very young, old, or sick people.
My grandmother's caretaker helps her get around the house.
Weigh. To weigh something means to measure how heavy it is.
The little dog weighed exactly 3 kilograms.
Snake. A snake is an animal with a long, thin body and no legs.
Be careful of the snake in the tree.
Romantic. Romantic means related to or about love.
The young couple went to see a romantic movie.
Philosophy. A philosophy is a way to think about truth and life.
My philosophy is live and let live.
Deceive. To deceive is to make someone believe something that is not true.
He tried to deceive his friends with a card trick.
Insert. To insert something means to put it in something else.
He inserted an extra sentence into the story.
Innocence. Innocence is a lack of experience of difficult or complex things in life.
Everyone who met her found her innocence to be charming.
Iron. Iron is a strong metal that is used to make many objects.
The horse had shoes made of iron.
Plate. A plate is a flat, round thing that you put food on.
I put my plate down so I could put some food on it.
Discourage. To discourage is to make someone feel less excited about something.
Mr. Perry discouraged the students from quitting school.
Tight. A tight thing is hard to move because it is firmly in place.
The knots were too tight to untie.
Accompany. To accompany other people means to join them or go with them.
My brothers accompanied me to the movie.
Gradual. Something gradual happens slowly.
Children learn to read at a gradual pace. They do not learn right away.
Recognize. To recognize something is to know it because you have seen it before.
I recognized an old friend from many years ago.
Fake. A fake thing is made to look real in order to trick people.
The model was wearing fake hair.
Talkative. When someone is talkative, he or she talks a lot.
My aunt is very talkative whenever she is on the phone.
Prove. To prove something is to show that it is true.
My teacher proved the answer on the board.
Sort. A sort of something is a type of it.
What sort of instrument do you want to learn to play?
Price. The price is the amount of money needed to pay for something.
Julie is checking the price of a sweater.
Hatred. Hatred is a strong feeling of not liking someone or something.
I have a hatred for the taste of medicine.
Inn. An inn is a place where travelers can rest and eat.
The visitor got a room at the inn.
Feather. Feathers are the things covering a bird's bodies.
That bird has orange feathers on its chest.
Occupy. To occupy a place is to live, work, or be there.
Kevin and Alice occupied the chairs and had a long discussion.
Lift. To lift something is to move it higher.
The man tried to lift the box.
Hut. A hut is a house made of wood, grass, or mud that has only 1 or 2 rooms.
We all went into the hut to sleep.
Century. A century is 100 years.
Our company is celebrating a century of business in London.
Cloth. Cloth is material used to make clothes.
His shirt is made of a very soft type of cloth.
Recognition. Recognition is the act of getting praise from other people.
The hero got recognition for his brave deed.
Compensate. To compensate is to pay someone for the time they spent doing something.
Her boss compensated her for the extra work she did last week.
Inferior. An inferior thing is not as good as something else.
Cars built 100 years ago are inferior to ones built today.
Hotel. A hotel is a place where people stay overnight when they are traveling.
This family is staying at their favorite hotel.
Seed. A seed is the hard part of a plant or fruit that trees grow from.
I planted the seed in the dirt, hoping that it would grow into a tree.
Arise. To arise is to happen.
Difficulties arose with his computer because it was old.
Thief. A thief is someone who quietly takes things that do not belong to them.
A thief broke into our home and took my mother's jewelry.
Acquire. To acquire something is to get or gain possession of that thing.
Tina acquired a strange package yesterday.
Lodge. A lodge is a house in the mountains used by people who hunt or fish.
During our ski trip, we stayed at a lodge.
Modest. If people are modest, they do not think that they are too important.
Derek is very modest for someone who is so rich.
Awkward. An awkward thing is embarrassing and uncomfortable.
After dropping his coffee cup, Robbie felt awkward.
Satisfaction. Satisfaction is the feeling of having done or received something good.
Brad was filled with satisfaction when he saw what was for dinner.
Master. A master is a person who is very good at something.
My brother is a master of Taekwondo.
Encounter. To encounter is to find or meet a person or thing.
I encountered a sea turtle while I was swimming.
Neglect. To neglect someone or something is to not take care of it properly.
William neglected his room, so it is a complete mess.
Sustain. To sustain something is to keep it going.
Wind power is a clean way to sustain a city with energy.
Fertile. Fertile land is able to produce good crops and plants.
The farmer grew many vegetables in the fertile soil.
Caretaker. A caretaker is a person who takes care of very young, old, or sick people.
My grandmother's caretaker helps her get around the house.
Jewel. A jewel is a beautiful stone that is worth a lot of money.
A diamond is one of the most expensive jewels in the world.
Discourage. To discourage is to make someone feel less excited about something.
Mr. Perry discouraged the students from quitting school.
Sharp. A sharp object has a thin edge that cuts things easily.
That knife is very sharp. Be careful not to hurt yourself.
Newcomer. A newcomer is a person who has recently arrived at a place or a group.
The students happily welcomed the newcomer to the school.
Deceive. To deceive is to make someone believe something that is not true.
He tried to deceive his friends with a card trick.
Characteristic. A characteristic is something that shows what a person or a thing is like.
One characteristic of tigers is their black stripes.
Obtain. To obtain is to get something you want or need.
After I passed the test, I obtained my driver's license.
Ideal. An ideal thing is the best that it can possibly be.
This house is an ideal place for my family. It has everything we need.
Furniture. Furniture means the things used in a house, such as tables and chairs.
His living room only had a few simple pieces of furniture.
Offense. An offense is behavior that is wrong or breaks a law.
Stealing a car is a very serious offense.
Clay. Clay is a type of heavy, wet soil used to make pots.
She made a bowl out of the clay.
Agreement. An agreement is a formal decision about future action.
I think you'll get Tom's agreement to this proposal.
Fake. A fake thing is made to look real in order to trick people.
The model was wearing fake hair.
Cast. To cast something means to throw it.
The fisherman cast his line into the water.
Patient. If people are patient, they don't become angry or upset easily.
I had to be patient and wait until 5 o'clock to leave.
Overlook. To overlook something is to not notice it, or to not realize that it is important.
Brenda overlooked the last step and had a bad fall.
Whisper. To whisper means to say very quietly.
We have to whisper in the library so people can focus on reading.
Humble. People who are humble do not believe that they are better than other people.
Even though Bob is the smartest boy in his class, he is humble.
Hatred. Hatred is a strong feeling of not liking someone or something.
I have a hatred for the taste of medicine.
Hut. A hut is a house made of wood, grass, or mud that has only 1 or 2 rooms.
We all went into the hut to sleep.
Ladder. A ladder is an object that is used to climb up and down things.
He used a ladder to climb to the top of his treehouse.
Market. A market is a place where people buy and sell products or foods.
I go to the market every weekend to buy vegetables.
Repay. To repay is to pay back or to reward someone or something.
She repaid her friend for all of his hard work with a small gift.
Chimney. A chimney is a tall pipe used to carry smoke out of a building.
The cat was sitting on the roof next to the chimney.
Instant. An instant is a very short amount of time.
A microwave oven cooks food in an instant.
Deserve. To deserve is to be worthy of something as a result of one's actions.
The dog deserved a bone for behaving very well.
Stable. A stable thing will not move, change, or fall over.
The chair is stable. Its legs are strong.
Ridiculous. A ridiculous thing is silly or strange.
Steve looked ridiculous with those huge blue sunglasses.
Wait. To wait is to stay in a place until an expected event happens.
She has to wait for the airplane to arrive.
Inferior. An inferior thing is not as good as something else.
Cars built 100 years ago are inferior to ones built today.
Emotion. An emotion is how you feel.
Anger is a common emotion that we all feel.
Board. A board is a flat piece of wood.
The sign was made of a few wooden boards.
Monk. A monk is a religious person who lives a simple life.
The monks knew a lot about religion.
Satisfactory. A satisfactory thing is good enough.
Mina often received satisfactory grades since she studied so hard.
Preach. To preach is to talk about and promote a religious idea.
Aaron often preached about living an honest life.
Lodge. A lodge is a house in the mountains used by people who hunt or fish.
During our ski trip, we stayed at a lodge.
Neglect. To neglect someone or something is to not take care of it properly.
William neglected his room, so it is a complete mess.
Prosper. To prosper is to be successful or make a lot of money.
Frank's new business finally prospered after many years of hard work.
Mineral. A mineral is a type of substance found in the earth.
Rocks are made up of different kinds of minerals.
Alarm. An alarm is something that warns people of danger.
When the students heard the fire alarm, they left the building.
Shepherd. A shepherd is a person who protects and cares for sheep.
The shepherd moved the sheep to another field.
Wear. To wear is to have clothing on your body.
The man has to wear a suit to work.
Blacksmith. A blacksmith is a person who makes things out of metal.
The blacksmith pounded the piece of metal until it was flat.
Newcomer. A newcomer is a person who has recently arrived at a place or a group.
The students happily welcomed the newcomer to the school.
Opportunity. An opportunity is a chance to do something.
I had an opportunity to take pictures in the jungle.
Leave. To leave means to go away from someone or something.
He packed his bag and was ready to leave for home.
Venture. To venture is to go to a place that may be dangerous.
Even though it was dangerous, they ventured up the mountain.
bridge. A bridge is something that is built over a river so people can cross it.
The old bridge fell into the river.
Talk. To talk is to say words to express your thoughts, opinions, etc.
They went someplace to talk to each other.
Product. A product is something grown or made in a factory in order to be sold.
There's no room for even one more product in Melissa's bag.
Diary. A diary is a book in which people write their personal experiences.
I do not let anybody read my diary.
Offense. An offense is behavior that is wrong or breaks a law.
Stealing a car is a very serious offense.
Wheat. Wheat is a plant from which we get the grain used to make bread.
The field of golden wheat was ready to be harvested.
Overlook. To overlook something is to not notice it, or to not realize that it is important.
Brenda overlooked the last step and had a bad fall.
Electronic. An electronic thing uses electricity to work.
I like having electronic devices, such as an MP3 player.
Abstract. An abstract thing is an idea or thought, not a physical thing.
The idea of beauty is abstract and changes over time.
Shell. A shell is a hard covering that protects the body of some sea creatures.
There were many pretty shells on the beach.
Repay. To repay is to pay back or to reward someone or something.
She repaid her friend for all of his hard work with a small gift.
Ridiculous. A ridiculous thing is silly or strange.
Steve looked ridiculous with those huge blue sunglasses.
Satisfactory. A satisfactory thing is good enough.
Mina often received satisfactory grades since she studied so hard.
Shepherd. A shepherd is a person who protects and cares for sheep.
The shepherd moved the sheep to another field.
Venture. To venture is to go to a place that may be dangerous.
Even though it was dangerous, they ventured up the mountain.
Wheat. Wheat is a plant from which we get the grain used to make bread.
The field of golden wheat was ready to be harvested.